Hi guys, this is Danny and I received from the ROG Phone company this new model. It's a Homtom HT20, but the Pro version, so it's an improved version from the regular version. It has a new CPU, it has a better camera and other cool stuff. So it's waterproof, it's shockproof. You see here on the case this little rubber part, they say, so it allows the phone to be able to have drop up to 1.2 meters with no damage. It's also dust proof. So now let's review the phone. It's always nice to have. It's always nice to compare the phone with the one we know. So this is the iPhone 6, and so in terms of size, it's little wider, little longer, and of course it's much thicker than the iPhone 6. So it's a 4.7-inch screen, it's a Gorilla Glass. On the side here you have the up and down volume, you have the power button, so we'll start the phone. It looks like you have a metal frame, or yeah, it looks like a metal frame here, and all over the side, on the other side also, you have not hard rubber, but not soft either. So, and on the back, so you have this carbon look plastic back, which should be screwed here, but it's not screwed from the factory, so the user has to put the screw. Down here you have the USB plug, which I believe is really watertight because it's really hard to open and close. And same here on the top you have the audio jack. Okay, on the top here you have the webcam, you have some digital keys here, or digital button, and on the back you have the camera, the flash, and the biometric sensor for the finger, and the speaker right here. And in terms of weight, it weighs 224 grams, so with the battery and with the different cards inside. If you want to open the back of the case, it's quite long, because in order to make the Homtom waterproofed, they have used 10 screws, which are supplied in a plastic bag. So it's not mounted from the factory, you have to mount it yourself, and you have also some black cap to cover the screw, and there are more than 10 screws and more than 10 cap. So first you have to unclip the back, which looks like a carbon finish, but it's plastic. So when you have unclipped the back, you have a protection here in white silicone for all the vital components of the phone. And you have access, so this is also a screwdriver that is supplied with a box. So you have access here to the memory slot, so 2 SIM cards, and you have the battery. What is good, it's an extractable battery, and they say it's 3500 milliamps with a 3.8 volt. So the finish of the phone is quite good, and I really believe that the phone is fully waterproof as Homtom pretend. You receive the phone in this flat black box. On the back you have some of the specification of the H20 Pro. You get a 220 volt power charge, so depending on your location you will receive either this one or the US based power charger. So this is the European one with a USB cable. You have a user manual, so all in English, and you have a screen protection. Let's review the different apps. So the first one is the camera. So it's 13 megapixel in the back, enhanced to 16, and in the front the webcam is a 5 megapixel, enhanced to 8 megapixel. So you have one flash also, and it's the regular Android GUI. So there are some small movies that I took. So it's HD. So you can take nice video and nice photos. You have the galleries with some of the so this is some of the shot I took also. So it's IPS screen, and there is still the factory screen that I didn't took out. Also we can put a little bit more brightness on the screen, but it has really nice colors. And it's a Gorilla Glass, so it's a strong glass. Settings, so there are a lot of things to say here. So he has Wi-Fi, turbo download, so Wi-Fi combined with 4G, Bluetooth, hot not, so you can link, you know, allow data exchange when the screen touch another device, so you put two devices like that and you can transfer data. You have the VPN, it can be a hotspot, portable hotspot. Display, you have a few functions here. You have the cast, so you can display the screen of your phone on a TV, for example. LED notification, sound notifications, the app you have installed, storage and USB. So it's a 32 let's say, yeah, it's a 32 megabit phone, and I have had a 16 gigabit card on this one. Location, so it's a GPS function. So the GPS function also without data, it's a fully autonomous chip inside. So languages, it has a lot of different languages that scroll down for all the people over the world that watch these videos, so they can see if their language is supported. And for each new release of Android version, you have new language that are supported. You have also a text-to-speech output, voice control. See here, oops, voice control. Well, here just for the camera, but it can be helpful. Backup and reset. Alors, smart motion. So you see, you can turn the phone and put it to silence. You can just answering by swinging. So you have few smart motion functions. You have what they call system motion. So for example, this one I use a lot, the 3-point screenshot. So you basically take 3 fingers, I do a screenshot, same for the camera and so on. Just to wake up. So when the phone is switched off, you can wake up the phone, so double click. You see? Power on off with a schedule. You can print wireless about the phone, so it's Android version 6. Okay, music. Let's listen to the sound. It's loud enough. So you have the phone interface. So this is the book. Here you have the messaging and internet. So we are not connected right now, I think, to the internet. Yes, let's switch on the Wi-Fi first. Now the Wi-Fi is on. Let's go to check some videos. So talking about the Wi-Fi, at 1 meter it's 41 dB, at 10 meter is 66 dB, and at when I am on the other floor in the house it's 81. So when you are far from the hotspot, it's just average Wi-Fi. It's not a very strong Wi-Fi. Okay, what other app do we have? App lock, backup, calculator, calendar, camera we have seen, clock, different function, alarms, clock, a timer, a chrono, document to go if you want to open Word, Excel, PowerPoint, downloads, email, the file explorer. So let's, for example, see some high definition video. So it reads also a lot of of file. This was AVI. If you have, I don't know what, this one is FLV.
Here, Woody. We're Andy's toys. Hey, what do you guys think of the new recruit?
This is a MKV. You have a move file.
That's exciting. Space.
You have MP4. And the one which usually doesn't work are WMV. Yeah, the sound is not working. So I guess it has something to do with Google and Microsoft fight. Okay, so FM radio, but you need to use your headphone, which is not supplied in the box, so you have to buy a earphone outside. You have Gmail, you have Go Keyboard, so Google, this I don't know, you have important function, Google Map. You have the Play Store, of course, where you can add and buy games, apps, movies, books. A power saving function. So in terms of power, I let the phone run on YouTube. I put the screen in half, how to say, here on half, and it turns for 6 hours, let's say, yeah, over 6 hours, and without Wi-Fi, just, you know, you play a video, it's just 10 hours flat. SIM toolkit, sound recorder, torch, voice search. You have a memory clean here. Let's clean the memory. Okay, I think it's done. And let's launch the Antutu benchmark. Okay, it was already done, so it's 34,800, and you can see the 3D UX, CPU and RAM test. Maybe what can be nice, yeah, it's to have the info. So it's the processor is a MediaTek 6753, so which is 8-core CPU. So it has GPU is a Mali T720. It's a HD screen. So here you see the camera, image code, RAM. So it's a 3 GB memory. CPU is of course 64 bits, it's a 1.3 GHz. Screen density is 320 dpi. Multi-touch test. 5 points. It's a long time I didn't see 10-point screen like before. Okay, for sensors, It doesn't have the temperature, gravity, so it has the light sensor, gyroscope sensor, magnetic field, orientation, proximity, and that's all. Okay, GPS test. So we did the GPS test and the GPS just works fine and it's fast. If we go here to the engineer mode, no, let's go here to the band, so SIM1. So you have of course the 4 band in GSM, you have 3 bands in 3G, and you have the LTE with band 1, band 3, band 7 and band 20. And for the second SIM you just have the GSM, not the 3G or 4G. What else? Let's now have some fun. Let's see how it copes with high demanding power games. The intro is played smoothly, nicely. So one thing, for the accelerator like that to work and to be able to have the horizontal view, I had to do a Google upgrade of the Google Play function. So the game is smooth, you don't have lag. So the experience is really nice. As I said in some previous video, I played through this game on the iPhone, and actually the experience is basically the same. Maybe the sound is better on the iPhone, but that's all. Okay, so this game works. Oh, maybe let's do another one. Well done. Okay, this was our quick test on the Homtom HT20 Pro. What do we think of it? For us, we really like it. I like the look of the phone. It's very different from other rush phone, and it doesn't seem out of place when you are in the city or at work, you know. It still has a very nice design. It's okay, it's thicker than an iPhone, but it's not so thick, look. And the back carbon finish plastic is also nice. The CPU is strong enough. You have 32 GB of ROM, 3 GB of RAM. You have a new CPU. You have GPS inside, which is fast. You have the digital fingerprint recognition here in the back, which we didn't test yet. The battery is strong enough, and yeah, it's waterproof, it's shockproof, dustproof. So I guess for this kind of money, just below 150 USD, I guess, you don't have a lot of other phones that are branded phone and with such nice functions. So personally, I like it. Tell me in the comment if you have the same view as us. Okay, ciao ciao!